I heard some very sad news today.
What did you hear?
Climate change is going to destroy the world and everyone on it.
Won't we be dead by then?
Most likely. But there are plenty of places around the world that are already being affected.
Like where?
Well, for example, so many places around the world are starting to see the effects of climate change. Mostly the wonders in very old, ancient monuments.
How old exactly? Does it vary by age, construction, location, or something else?
All of it. Let's start with a few. Tell me a vacation spot, ancient wonder, or even a modern wonder, and I'll tell you how it will be affected by climate change.
I blanked.
Literally anything.
Alright, let's start with the old stuff. How has the Aztec city of Tenochtitlan been affected?
That was such horrible pronunciation.
Well, I can't control it. So, what will happen to Tenochtitlan?
Due to modern-day Mexico City's high air pollution levels, it poses a threat to the pyramids still standing today. As tourism increases and more people move to Mexico City, the ancient monuments will suffer much more damage than originally thought.
Oh, no. My ancient ancestors' great works.
Air pollution has ruined such great things. Even Riverside suffers from smog once in a while. You can't even see a mountain clearly sometimes.
Wow, humans are horrible. Tell me more.
The Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad National Monument is threatened by rising sea levels at Chesapeake. It is subject to seasonal flooding. Some of the most important stops are said to be completely underwater in 50 years. Other places suffering from potential sea level rise include the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse and Faneuil Hall.
What's going on there?
The Cape Hatteras Lighthouse has seen pirate ships, Civil War battleships, and even German U-boats. It has already been moved 3,000 feet inland to avoid relentless sea level rise and even coastal erosion.
And Faneuil Hill?
It's a hall in downtown Boston. It was witness to the Sons of Liberty planning the Boston Tea Party. It's also at risk of sea level rise, about 6 feet by the year 2100.
Sea level rise seems to be the greatest threat, huh?
The greatest threat to a lot of modern-day cities and monuments as well.
Don't tell me.
Exactly what you're thinking. Other places suffering from sea level rise, even just 1 meter of it, due to the melting of the Greenland and West Antarctic ice sheets, include Lady Liberty, Piazza San Marco, and the Kunta Alex Haley Memorial.
I heard 75% of Liberty Island was submerged by Hurricane Sandy in 2012.
You're right. As the atmosphere and oceans warm, the ocean water expands and causes the sea level to rise. Even though Lady Liberty herself wasn't damaged, she is still at serious risk and is vulnerable to future storms.
I'm assuming Mesa Verde National Park is experiencing the same?
Actually, Mesa Verde is at risk of rising temperatures and the lack of rainfall. The opposite, even. This national park needs water or else it'll suffer drought. It's so dry that one major fire would most likely ruin the ancestral Pueblo homes on the Colorado Cliff. It's said that drought is what drove the original residents from their homes in the first place.
Oh, dear. What about the others you mentioned?
Just you wait.
Don't mitigation or adaptation help with preventing most of these things?
Well, yes. But it depends on which method we use and how we use it.
So, how does mitigation work?
I mentioned Kunta Alex Haley Memorial at the Coffee House. This is one example of how tiny memorials are affected by hurricanes, especially Hurricane Sandy. Mitigation plans are already underway, meaning the residents of Annapolis, Maryland are going to try and fight rising sea level, storm surges, and frequent coastal flooding.
Mitigation is basically humans changing our ways and helping to prevent future catastrophes like this, huh?
Yup. Adaptation is simply changing the way we live to anticipate upcoming climate change. Mitigation would be trying to prevent it.
Oh. Like what we have been doing to try and protect the Great Barrier Reef.
We have created marine protected areas, which restricts human activity for a conservative purpose. It doesn't protect against coral bleaching or ocean acidification, but it's a start.
Last but not least, Italy.
We've always wanted a house on the beach, but Venice is suffering from that. The low-lying city is at risk of inundation. Ocean levels are rising, tourists visit every day, and the faster the ice caps melt, the faster we have to say goodbye to that beautiful city.
We really put a downer on today. This discussion was super sad.
It was. But if you and I, and the rest of humanity change our ways and protect the climate from future abuse, we can most likely save these wonders from complete destruction. We may even save ourselves because mitigation and adaptation only goes so far.
Would everyone in Riverside get a house on the beach?